Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a fantastic day. Today I get to share with you a few projects actually, with the Shape Shaker kit called Princess. Now at first glance you would think this is a girly girl princess themed shaker kit, but there's versatility in it and I thought it would be fun to create some Mother's Day cards using this set. This set comes with a cute little stamp set, and there's sentiments in here that say, "You are a real gem, make a wish, may your day be magical." So versatile sentiments as well. You get 3 steel dies included. You get the wand, and then it has stitch detail on them also. And you get the little diamond. Well, it's not so little, and you get the crown. Okay, also included are your foam shaker shapes. You get 3 of each, so 3 crowns, you get 3 diamonds, and then 3 of the wands. You just punch them out and you just separate them. There's removable adhesive backing on the back and the front, and makes it super easy. You just peel and stick. That's the paper, and then the top has a clear backing. So we're going to use the wand and the diamond today. We're not going to use the crown, so we'll set this aside. And also included are your acetate covers. So you get 9 in this kit, and you get the diamond, and then you also get 3 of the crowns, and then you also get 3 of the wands. And refills are available for this kit too, guys. And I'll link everything down below in case you are interested. But I thought this was a super fun kit. Okay, now I'm going to die cut some shapes using another new product new to the Queen & Co shop. This is a fun foam, adhesive back fun foam. And it comes in a pack of 6. This is the neutral pack. You get this clear glittery sheet. You get a black glittery sheet, a silver glittery sheet, and then you get 3 of the same colors that are matte. But I thought it'd be fun to add a little extra dimension and use that sparkly glitter for both my cards today. So I'm just using my scissors to trim around there. After we have that done, I'm going to bring in a die set. This is the Sentiment Stackers number 1. You can see here that they cut out the shadow, and it also cuts out the word. Using the word die, I'm going to cut out 2 of them that say Mom, using that same glittery cardstock here. For the outline shadow, I'm going to bring in my matte stack. This is the Simple Stripes matte stack. It's a 6x6 paper pad, and I chose some colors. I chose blues and yellows, and we're going to die cut out the shadow with the pattern paper. Okay, now this is what I found. When you run it through your die cut machine, the release paper comes off the back, and then it kind of sticks a little bit inside your die. For me, I thought that was a good thing because you could just line up your die on your shadow and peel your die away, and it's perfectly positioned. Super easy. Now I had to peel this one away for the camera, and this was a little bit more difficult to adhere to my shadow. With fun foam, it kind of can lose its shape real easy, but it's very easy to manipulate back in its shape. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm just adding the OM, and then I'll add the first M here. And again, this is adhesive back, so it made it super easy. So my Mom sentiment has a little bit of dimension with that fun foam. When you do run it through your die cut machine, it does flatten a little bit, but it does pop back up later on. Okay, now for our first card, I cut out a panel here. This is about a ½ inch smaller than my card base, and I'm going to bring in one of my stencils. I tried to locate this stencil for you guys, but I don't think it's available any longer, but any Starburst stencil that you have would work fantastic. I'm not going to bother taping it down because I'm not going to go all the way to the edge, but I'm bringing in my oxide ink. Just using my blending tool, I'm going to add some peacock feathers, just kind of blending heavy in the center and then blending out, just so I have a little bit of a starburst in that top corner there. Okay, I think that looks great, and I think it coordinates with the paper really well too. I wanted to put my wand right in the middle, and then my Mom off to the right here. We're going to finish off the second part of our sentiment, And I'm going to use this tag die. This tag die is a new set from Queen & Co. also. This is from the Foundations die set number 1. Just going to punch out that little hole, and it has stitch detail too. I chose the sentiment for this card that says, "May your day be magical." So my complete sentiment will say, "Mom, may your day be magical." I'm just going to stamp that on the tag, and it fits it beautifully. I'm just using some blacking for that. Okay, now once we have this done, I'm going to bring in some sparkle string. Queen & Co. used to sell them individually, but the nice thing is they have a trio pack that has black. This one has black and white and gray and white baker's twine. So it's a nice little set, and I'll link that down below. Now, we're using quite a few new products. Queen & Co. has a lot of new products, and I really wanted to try this. This here is called Stick'ems, and they have lots and lots of variety of Stick'ems. These are little swirlies, and what they are clear stickers. So I wanted to add a little glittery background to this card. So I'm just using one of them, and I'm kind of figuring out my placement where I'm going to stick it down. And then once I'm happy, I thought it would be easier to use my bone folder instead of my hands to go over it, just to make sure it's stuck down to my panel here. And then I'm going to bring in some glitter. The glitter that I'm using is from Simon Says Stamp. It's the Prismacolor glitter. And I'm going to go over my sticker. Now, the sticker had some solid areas in there, and I didn't want the solid areas. And I didn't see them till after I stuck it down. And so I'm using my craft pick, and I'm kind of peeling it up. But this one wasn't peeling up it wasn't being very nice. So I actually tore the paper, which broke my heart. But I'm thinking my wand and my sentiment could cover that up. But here's where I'm going to go over with the glitter. Now, Queen & Co. does have glitter in these cute little jars, if you're interested, that work great for the Stick'ems. But I just added my glitter, and it just stuck beautifully to that double-sided clear sticker. And so I have some real soft swirlies in the background. And I'm thinking I can save it. Since my starburst has a little white peeking through, I think it's not very noticeable. I guess you guys can tell me when you see the close-ups. Now I'm taking the inside glittery foam, and I'm placing it directly on my panel. And now this is not going to give me very much room as a shaker, but I'm going to be using some gems, and so I wasn't too worried about it shaking too much, because I kind of wanted them to stay positioned. But it did shake a little bit. But I'm going to go ahead and adhere my mom. Once that's adhered, we're going to add our little gems. These are super pretty little gems, and they come in this little pack, and they come in a rainbow of colors, and I'm just going to use the blue. Just going to add some in there, and then I just used my craft pick to flip them around. The back side is not as shiny as the front, so I just wanted the shiny part to show. Next, I'll take my acetate cover and cover up my star. And I went down all the way to the wand base, and I didn't get too straight, so I just cut it off. Okay, next we're going to take our sparkly die cut wand, and the release paper was already removed, so all I have to do is tack that down right over my acetate. And I think the colors are just so pretty and soft and sparkly. I just love this. Okay, next I'm going to use the diamond inside piece as some extra foam tape. That way my wand and my sentiment are the same height. I'm just going to add a piece behind my little tag and stick that down. And then taking some of my little sparkle string, I'm going to attach that. I'm going to cheat a little bit, and I didn't thread it through my tag, but I'm just going to attach it with a glue dot. This gives me a little more control of where that bow is. I didn't want to cover up the sentiment. Okay, we're going to flip this over. I'm going to use my tape runner and adhere this in the center of an A2 size card base. Lovely. Okay, now for bells and whistles, we're going to bring in some iridescent bubbles and some stars. Both the iridescent bubbles are super duper sparkly like gems, and this blue is so pretty, and I thought it went perfect with my little monochromatic card here. And then I'm also, you could use the gems too to add a little bit of sparkle. I'm going to throw in a couple more stars. The stars here that I have are new, and there's a cloudy star and then there is a shiny star. So I used the cloudy ones. I thought that'd be a nice little contrast. So that was card number 1. For card number 2, we're basically going to do the same thing, but this time with the diamond. I went over my stencil with some fossilized amber, and now I created a backing for my shaker shape. I didn't want the starburst to show in the back. I wanted my gems to really stand out, so I thought a white background would look better. So I just adhered a piece of white cardstock to the back of my fun foam, my shaker shape here. Okay, for this card, we're going to add a little extra sparkle. We're going to use some more toppings. These ones here are called Diamonds Pastel. And since it is a diamond, I thought we'd bring out the diamonds. I filled a little bit of the background with white, and I added a little bit of the yellow diamonds. And then I thought, why not add a few gems too? So we're going to add some yellow gems. And I'm just going to do a little mixing. Lovely. We're going to go ahead and remove the release paper off the top. Add our acetate cover. And I think the yellow is going to look fantastic. I'm just trimming away a little bit of that acetate that was hanging over. Okay, that's going to go in the center of my starburst. I'm going to go ahead and remove the negative pieces from my diamond. And this one was a little bit tricky with the fun foam because the diamond had very intricate lines on it, and the fun foam, like I said, has a tendency to want to stretch a little bit. But I think I worked it to where it looked good. I just added some tape behind here, and I'm going to place that in the middle of my stenciled area. Lovely. Okay. For my sentiment, I'm using a banner die. This banner die is from the Foundation Dies number 2. Is it number 2? Yes. And it has stitch lines too. There's 3 banners in that set, but it fit the sentiment perfect. This sentiment here says, "You are a real gem." I'm just stamping it with black ink. And then for this one, I'm going to go ahead and flip over my mom and add some adhesive behind it and tack that down to my banner so they're attached. Next, we'll flip it over, and using that leftover diamond shaker shape, we're going to fill in the back area. This way our diamond and our sentiment are the same width, or height, I should say. I just added that right below my diamond. Using my tape runner, I want to adhere this to an A2 size card base. Just place this in the center, and the panel size for this one that I used was 4 inches by 5 1/4. So there's a little bit of a border around there. Now for bells and whistles, we're going to bring in some of the iridescent Goosebumps. Super shiny. I was going to use yellow, but I thought I would use the orange just for my sentiment to make it stand out a little bit more. Because the yellows were just not coordinating well with me. So I'm going to do a redo. I'm going to remove my gems and remove my diamond there and replace my stencil. And I'm going to go over it this time with Wild Honey. This is a little bit more orangey yellow, and I thought the color would go a little bit more with my pattern paper. A little bit more cohesion here. And I was happier with the darker orangey oxide ink. So now we're just going to replace everything back. Add our gems. And then that completes card number 2. So a couple Mom Day cards for you guys that are super fun, super sparkly. I'm a mom and I love sparkle. So I thought I'd share this with you. I thank you so much for joining me. If you're interested in anything I've shown you here today, I'll link them down below for you. We'll have a wonderful day, and we will see you again real soon. Bye-bye.